All right, we're gonna keep this short and sweet. Del Rio against Rob Van Dam, hardcore rules. Gonna suck. Doesn't matter if it's hardcore rules or not. It's gonna be a typical RVD match, typical Del Rio match. Del Rio is gonna retain, and there's reports that they still want him in the fucking main event scene after all this time, which I'm so goddamn sick of it. And the only other news to talk about, RVD is gonna be leaving for a while, so they're probably gonna write him out of TV, or write him off of TV, I should say, for this match, if not at the Hell in a Cell pay per view. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm done with it. They can have Damian Sandow cash in. They can have fucking Rey Mysterio even come back, and I'm not a Rey Mysterio fan. Just I'm sick and tired of Del Rio. If you get him out of this, I'll be fine with it, no matter what happens. If it's Santino, El Torito as the fucking champion, just no more Del Rio, especially against RVD.
I thought Rob Van Dam was already written off TV like 2 weeks ago on Raw.
They might as well have. That was apparently a punishment for him not renewing his contract or something, if you go by the dirt sheets.
What?
Makes sense.
Where do people come up with this? It makes sense.
It's WWE we're talking about. They'll punish you for anything. You know, you wipe your nose in front of Vince, he'll be like, "You're disgusting. I'm gonna job you out to Randy Orton."
What did Orton get in trouble for shitting in a bag?
I think you got to push for shitting in a bag.
So maybe you just got shit in bags to get pushed nowadays.
I thought he shit in a bag and they named it El Torito.
Probably.
Yeah, RVD can't shit in a bag. He just shits in a match.
No, RVD doesn't shit at all. He just smokes. That's the one thing he does. Unless he's clean. Then
I was always
clean
waiting
RVD.
When Alberto Del Rio used to come out in the white trunks. I would always wait for the day when like he overexerted himself too much and he shat his pants, and it would be so visible through those tights.
It's so funny they mentioned that, because I was always waiting for the same thing. There was something like so stark white about those trunks that it was always just like, man, there's gonna be a shit scene on this eventually.
Yeah, I've never had that thought with a wrestler before, but for some reason when Del Rio came out in the white trunks.
You just say Del Rio's gonna win. I hate this. I'm not
gonna win.
Forward to
Speaks
this
some
match.
Spanglish. RVD's gonna get high afterwards.
The only thing worth noting is what the fuck is Ricardo gonna do after this?
Oh,
And I don't even think.
I think he's gonna manage the Funkadactyls.
No, Stacy Keibler is gonna come back so she could be his ring announcer.
Sure.
Let's go with that.
Yeah,
I still say they can put Ricardo Rodriguez with Sin Cara, and that'll get him over.
I think they could put him with Los Matadores.
I think that they really should.
Mm-hmm. Ole!
Well, then what do you
Why
do
not?
with the little bull guy? You can't.
Well,
have
you
two
got
more.
both.
You can still be a
both.
mascot. Yeah, you can have a manager and a mascot. Or an announcer and a mascot.
Yeah, imagine when they're doing that Olay thing, instead of having that piped in through the crowd, if they have Ricardo going Olay, Olay, like throughout the whole thing. I mean, people follow what Del Rio says, or what Del Rio says, what Ricardo says.
God, what does Del Rio said something important?
What
that made
does Del
everyone wanna
Rio
listen to
say?
it?
Ay.
Peasant.
But yeah, in terms of what I think, I don't think this match can mean any less if it was Matt Hardy versus Chavo Guerrero for the ECW title.
I think it would mean more if it was the spirit of Chavo Guerrero, as we mentioned before.
The spirit of Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, who was the one who
I
said
didn't even know
that?
he was sick.
Who was the one who said that the other week
think
instead
that
of
might
the
have been
spirit of
me.
Eddie Guerrero? Was it Drew?
I think it was me.
We just killed off Chavo Guerrero. It's pretty bad when we can find more entertainment talking about a TNA thing in a WWE match than Del Rio and RVD. But yeah, fuck these two. I mean, god damn it.
You know, it could be a good match. I mean, they're both able to go out there and have a good match, but
When is
I
he-
am just sick and tired of Del Rio being in the title. He's been in every single World Heavyweight pay-per-view title match this year.
For like almost 3 years too. I mean, there haven't been many matches that he wasn't a part of.
Well, you got to think who else could they slot into there as the top heel?
Why's it got to be a heel? Why can't it be a babyface? And if it's got to be a heel, then R-Truth. Oh, I'm serious.
I would say just go with Ryback.
Yeah, right back.
Go with just have the cash in with Damian Sandow already and kind of build him up. You can go with Pretty much anything for the most part. I'm just so sick of Del Rio. Pigeons.
I mean,
Let the pigeons loose.
no, they could have put Bear up there if they weren't.
Yo, I'd
about
rather
to
see
fucking change
Taz
his
as the
character.
fucking champion.
Oh my god.
Taz, make him the champion. There you go.
That's
Maybe
why I'm dying to see TNA go under, because I want to see half that roster end up on SmackDown.
Kennedy.
Except for Kennedy.
Maybe Taz can introduce Stacy Keibler to introduce Ricardo to introduce El Torito.
To introduce Hulk Hogan.
Right. And Hulk Hogan can do the whole Olay thing.
Now Hulk
Hogan's
Hogan's
satisfied.
Now Hulk Hogan is somebody I could see WWE paying $1 million for one appearance. And
I
only
think they'd pay
Hogan.
like $10 million for one appearance. Are you kidding?
For Hogan?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, have Hogan come back and be the world heavyweight champion. I'd rather have that than Del Rio.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something, brother.
brother.
You should put the belt on me. You don't want it on this little Mexican guy. You want it on the American Dream. What's
First, you
that
gotta
guy?
sign Bully Ray so I can fight him here.
First, you gotta sign my daughter. New Divas champion.
And bring in Brian Knobs and the Honky Tonk Man and the Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah, you know.
Duggan.
Yeah, you know that show Total Diva. Yeah, it's gotta be Total Hogan for now on.
Total Hogan. That sounds like that should have been the name of that sex tape.
Total Nonstop Hogan.
Oh God. The hell with Del Rio and RVD.
We're just gonna entertain ourselves for the next few minutes before we move on to the next match.
The only other thing I wanted.
RVD's the spirit of Mexico.
The only other thing I wanted to talk about really with this is that whole potential cash in. There are some rumors going around, which happens damn near every single pay-per-view when you have a Money in the Bank winner, that they will end up having Damian Sandow cash in on here and move on with Del Rio and Damian Sandow. I don't see it happening because they usually don't do heel versus heel, and they're really not going to do heel versus heel in a Hell in a Cell match. So if they do that, they need to figure out some way to throw another babyface in there.
Kofi Kingston, why the fuck not?
I think that we're just going to see Del Rio retain here, and this is going to be a huge waste of time and a pain in the ass.
Really, something with W is not going to be a huge waste in the pace.
Waste.
God, I can't even speak now.
Good, nice try. I will say this though, I don't know where I would put Del Rio compared to the Miz. You know what? I'd rather see Del Rio in a spot than the Miz. I can't stand the Miz right now.
No, I'd rather have the Miz.
This is
The
dad
Miz
for
could be
Hall of Fame of
heavyweight champion.
2013.
Oh, if he brings his dad involved, if he gets his dad involved, yeah, I'll definitely watch.
All right, around the horn. Drew, who's winning? Del Rio or RVD or Damian Sandow?
Triple H.
Miguel?
Ricardo Rodriguez.
Dates?
Shrugs.
Burhan?
Not again.
Darn it, Burhan, keep up with us,
Really,
man.
just here. You're just talking about the Hall of Fame.
You sound like you're from London.
I'm back.
There it is. See, that's how you get him like invigorated.
You just have to yell something. This time frame's killing Burhan. Who do you think's winning? Del Rio, Sandow, or RVD?
Triple H.
Del Rio.
Paid?
That's it. That's
I think this match can best be described with 2 words that were already said throughout this conversation. Pigeon doo-doo.
All right, Del Rio, my choice. Gonna suck. We're gonna move on
Works, then.
to the finale of this whole situation, part 10. Randy Orton against Daniel Bryan.